We're back in the workshop after our day out at Donington Park, and this isn't the day after Donington. We spent yesterday cleaning because everything got filthy at Donington, so it's several hours of work to get the bike washed off and everything really clean. And then obviously we've had the calipers stripped, giving them a really thorough clean. We've also been around obviously all the bits of the fork and in here, and they're lovely and detailed, but it does mean there's a lot of places for the dirt to hide, so it's actually quite labour intensive getting everything clean. And now, of course, the Superbike front end is back in the Superbike, and it's the first time we've had it all bolted together with the Harris yokes in the Superbike as well, so they're in there. And there was a little bit of rearranging to do because some of the switchgear and bits we wanted to tidy up. We've changed the lock stop diameters a little bit, so we've actually got a little bit more lock stop, so that's all good. But obviously the tinkering takes quite a lot of time. And then you may notice it's on black bodywork. This isn't staying on. This is basically a test fit. King Carbon, who do our fairings for us, have done some really lightweight sets for this year. So this is it's even lighter than the woven stuff we had last year. And we just wanted to fit it onto the Superbike and make sure it fitted correctly, because the radiator arrangement bits is slightly different on this bike. So we've had to trim a little bit out down here because the oil cooler sits slightly differently to the road bike. And round the other side, if we go around there, on this side of the belly pan, it's especially snug because in there where you can't see, there's like a block with a load of the Motec connectors on, and a T-piece with a rear brake pressure sensor in it that sticks down, that we've had to actually move because this belly pan is just a few millimetres different to the stuff that Honda use. And so there's been a little bit of tweaking, but we have now got this fairing to fit nicely, and we've not had to do too much. So we now know we can send all of the fairing kits off to be painted, and they're going to be relatively easy to fit later. One thing I particularly like is that when you get everything fitted, you've got about a 3mm clearance between the belly pan and the swinging arm. And I do like an engineered tolerance. Whether it's really engineered or whether it's a fluke, I don't know, but I like it. So what we need to do next is take this bodywork off, put the correct Rapid Honda liveried kit on for testing, and then we can start loading a bike up into a van. We've also been getting a few more deliveries, so we've had a load of tyres turn up, or more accurately, Matt had a load of tyres turn up and he had to drive them down here, but I've got a load of tyres fitted to wheels so that when we're loading the van up, you don't have a load of wheels separate to a load of tyres taking up even more space. Superbikes this year, the only tyre option we get on the rear is the SC0, apart from Thruxton where you get an even harder compound. But basically last year you could have the SC0 or the SCX, and they've dropped the X and dropped FP3 off the schedule. So those two things combined are going to save quite a bit of money in the season just on tyres alone. We're going to save over £5,000 over the season. But we are still going to spend quite a lot of money on tyres. We have got a pile of them to go testing. And that's not the only thing that's turned up. Our shipment from Motul is here as well. So we have got the absolute finest oil you can put in your motorbike, 300V. And this stuff is specifically designed for the Honda Fireblade in race trim as well. So it's really specific oil. It's absolutely trick as hell. That is awesome stuff. And normally I would hold out a can and make it look really posh. But I need to load all this up in a bit. And so it's easier in the cardboard boxes. Thank you, Motul. So that is now ready for testing. Near enough. We'll ignore the fact we don't have a sticker for the screen. And we'll ignore the fact the tank is the wrong colour, and the only thing we actually need is the rear brake discs, that I'm picking up en route, because Brembo have literally just finished making our bespoke carriers for them, and so everything will be ready very soon. Right, come on then, Rob, let's go and put some stuff in a van.
Can we go to Spain now?
Yes, we can go to Spain now. And that is it. After only several hours of loading bikes, tools, spares, oil, paddock stands, and all the other things you need to go and ride around on motorbikes, we are ready to hit the road. So thanks for watching, and join me again next time from sunny Spain for some more motorbike fun.